Posmakuj moje łzy, życie szybko zmienia smak wylanych łez. Kilka kałuży dało wolność mi jak ptak. Posmakuj moje łzy, życie szybko zmienia smak wylanych łez. Kilka kałuży dało wolność mi jak ptak.
Hey YouTube, this is Uncle Momo's music reaction channel where I provide my views on talented artists from around the world, both established artists and non-established artists. And I promise you that you won't be disappointed whatsoever. So why don't you come and join me in discovering amazing talented artists and bringing it to the forefront of my channel for us to view. Now, my first reaction of today, we are going over to Ukraine. This particular track has been out a couple of days. This is Alona Lona, Jerry Hell, and I think it's called Trill Prim. And Trill Prim. I believe the song is called Posmaku. Or how do you pronounce the K-U-J? Let me know about that. In the description page, which I translated, as you know, I like to translate things. It says each person is looking for support. Whether it is a friend, whether it is a god, whether it is a loved ones, whether it is a coach, it does not matter. What is important that when there is not one person, but two of them, synergy occurs and there is much more happiness and love. Monet and Debussy are impressionist artists. And Debussy, or is it Bussy? Let me know. Music is always an exclusive motive and I don't know how to pronounce that. Cholokic? I don't know how to pronounce that. Melancholic. Cholic. So I'm saying melancholic. That's it, mood. Oh, a melancholic. Duh. Right, okay, a melancholic mood. The painting of this style seems more like incompressionable brushstrokes up and close, and only when you step back. And I get that. You know, when you look closely to your painting and you see all those small little brushstrokes and the ink, the little colours there and there. But when you step back, you see such a marvellous picture. Yeah, so I do get that. Impressionable brush strokes up close, and only when you step back and look at them from afar, you understand what actually depicted on them. After the war, we will be also unclear in our hearts. I think you'd be very clear in your hearts. Yes, we will win, but it will be empty, as so let me start this again, because after the war we will also be unclear again in our hearts. Yes, we will win, but it will be empty, as if only the very strokes in the front of our eyes, no clarity. I don't know about that one, but I guess I'd understand. I mean, look, you guys understand much more than I do, yeah, because you're living it, you're in it. So I'm just trying to understand it. Yeah, I'm not trying to correct it anyway. It's just trying to process and understand. That's what all I'm doing with every artist that has something to say in the terms of vocals. Just trying to understand it, interpret it the best way that I can, and get as much people to watch it as possible. Now, look, if you haven't done already, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification button to indicate to you when my next uploads will be. I will read out the second part of that. But I just want to say that, look, if you want to support Ukraine in any way possible, please DM me on my Instagram, Facebook, or indeed my YouTube channel. It's all Uncle Momo Music Reactions. I will be more than happy to send you various links that these amazing artists had shared with us. So look, just say, look, Uncle Momo, blah, 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 and I'll be more than happy to send you any kind of links. Right, look, let's go straight into my first reaction of today, shall we? So, without further ado, you know what we're here for. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it?
Posmakuj moje łzy, życie szybko zmienia smak wylanych łez. Kilka kałuży dało wolność wolność mi jak ptak. Posmakuj moje łzy.
Jill's got so much different textures in her vocals,
zmienia
man.
smak wylanych łez, kilka kałuży. Dało wolność mi jak ptak.
Ten słony deszcz rozpuszcza twarde serca. Płacz kochanie, proszę dla mnie, czuję, że się zmieniam. Coraz więcej myślę, świat tutaj mocno namieszał. Kiedyś potrafiłem kochać, dziś serce jak twierdza. Długo czekałem, aż woda umyje dzielnicę. Zabrudzoną szybkim życiem, którym teraz żyję. Znieczulony zapomniałem, jak smakują błędy. Odsunąłem te emocje, które ważą ciężej. Daj mi to poczuć, chcę to poczuć, byle tylko mocno. Wylej na mnie kilka łez, nie martw się, że zmoknę. Daj mi rozpuścić tą skorupę, pragnę kilka kropel. Trochę deszczu musi spaść na miejsce, w którym stoję.
Posmakuj moje łzy, życie szybko
When she sings, man,
zmienia smak
her and Cola.
wylanych łez, kilka kałuży. Dało wolność mi jak ptak. Posmakuj moje łzy.
I swear they have done a song together.
Życie szybko zmienia smak
Cola and Joey Howe.
wylanych łez, kilka kałuży. Dało wolność mi jak ptak.
Двоє нас, хай запалає навколо гетця і зникне. Двоє нас, завжди є подих і поруч ніяк не звикну. Двоє нас, ти не дасиш потонути мені в цім морі. Двоє нас, я знаю, що витримаю все, коли ти є поряд. Моє світло, твої руки вбережуть, вколо спалахи і шум, та попри все зі мною тут ти є. Двоє нас, там в небі тисячі вогнів, що згасять страх і згасять дні, бо ти
When
зі
you got
мною
Alona
і мені
presence on your
ти є.
track, he just lifts it big time. You hear it all the time. She's special.
І в картині Клода Мане вщухне дощ і війна, мене й закружляють усі. Вальсі під Клода Дебюсі. І в картині Клода Мане
Wait a minute.
вщухне
Alona, is that
дощ і
you harmonizing with
війна,
Jerry?
мене й закружляють усі. Вальсі під Клода Дебюсі.
So that was Alona Lona, Jerry Hell, and Trim Prem or Pem. Let me know about your Trill Pem. There you go. The track is called Posmaku. I hope I'm not really making a pig's ear of it. Let me know about that. So look, continuing on in the description page, like I said before, Monet and Debussy are impressionist artists. Debussy music is always an effective motive and oh god again. Melanonic. I can't. You know what I'm talking about. It's one of those words that I just can't pronounce, even though I know exactly what it is. It's like a melodic mood, but it's not. Look, the painting of this style seems like an impressionable brushstrokes up close, and only when you step back and look from afar, you understand what the actual depicted on them are. So it says, after the war, we will also be unclear in our hearts. Yes, we will win, but it will be empty as if only the brushstrokes in front of our eyes, no clarity. But time will pass and our children will already see this picture from afar. And it will show what their parents stood for the preservations of the ancient culture and the language, and for the prosperity of Ukraine for the millennia to come. And that's what it is. It's about instilling your children to remember, not to forget, so these things cannot be repetitive, that it will not reoccur. And if it does reoccur, they know exactly what to do. You don't leave them without any information of the past, of historic values. That's why I feel that folk music in itself, it's the heartbeat of lands, because it tells you of stories that actually did happen, and ways how you not to forget, and ways how to surpass those unfortunate events in folk songs. Because that's the way how you've been passed down to them. Some people write it down, but you know how, if you're not going to put it on a wall or some kind of tapestry, the way how the Egyptians or somebody else has done it, you do it through songs. That's been marked and as a cultural record for every kind of race around the planet. So music does, and music frequency does play a hell of a lot of important parts in various things, because music is for everybody. Music is universal. From a rich person to a poor person can tell you the same story. A poor person can tell you even a better story than a rich person. You know, it has no, the music and the story itself is the value. And that's what we're passing down from generations to generations. So it doesn't matter who has the hand on it, rich or poor, ill or healthy, or if you can tell that story, then you're processing itself. So I like that end part. I get that end part. I really do. For that reason, I salute you. Apologies for the pronunciations. I've done really, really bad today.
І в картині Клода Мане вщухне дощ, і війна мене й закружляють усі. Вальсі під Клода Дебюсі. І в картині Клода Мане вщухне дощ, і війна мене й закружляють усі. Вальсі під Клода Дебюсі.